You know, girls, there's nothing like a good fashion haul, especially when you get some good deals like I did from Ross last week. And I'm going to show you a couple of the things that I picked up, mostly tops, mainly for just being around the cottage here, living the simple life, or perhaps going for an outing like we did on Sunday over to Bridget's for a family pool day and a barbecue. And this Sunday, we're going over to Dubby's for a couple of birthdays to a late brunch. So we'll be seeing all of her family and kids and grandkids and great grandkids for us. And even today, Moosey said this morning when we were sitting in bed about to wake up, he said, I have a plan for today. Ooh, what was that? He said, well, first of all, we have to get that engine sign checked out. We have, you know how every once in a while a sign comes on your dashboard, an orange sign, and you know that's not a good sign. And it'll be a sign to you that you're supposed to know what's wrong with your car. It doesn't say underneath, it just says check and then a picture. So then you have to get out the book and you have to look and see what that picture means. Well, the sign has been on for about a week, and I keep telling Moose about it. And today we got the book out, and it says something about emission, whatever that means. That has to do with fuel. And then Moosey read a little further, and he said, I think it means that the gas cap might be loose. Let's hope it's simple. So we're going to stop at our favorite place down on the boulevard today. And Moosey said, also, we're going to Panera and pick up some sandwiches for a late lunch, which probably will be our early supper too. So the fashion that I'm about to show you, and I'm not going to model it. I have one of the shirts on. And of course, whenever I see a pretty blue that I love, I'll pick it up. And this one just basically has little short, sort of puffy sleeves. It's cool. It's a cutoff with some cute little just cutouts on the side. And I can wear this just for a normal day around the cottage. So I will show you these. I might model something. I also have hanging on the back another kaftan. Now, when you go to Ross, you always have to look at the kaftans, mainly because I've told you this before, they're so reasonable, and they're one of the few places where you can actually pick up a kaftan. Now, a kaftan is something that you would wear just around the house, mainly because it's cool. It hardly touches your body, and you can just float around all day, especially when you are doing nothing at all. Those are my favorite days, and Moosey loves them. I love them. I have several of them, and I'll show you this particular new one. I could have picked up 2 or 3 more, but I don't need 2 or 3 more kaftans. I did actually purge 2 of my kaftans, one wild one a couple of months ago, but I still have a pretty blue one. So I'll show you some of the clothes that basically make me in my golden years feel better. I don't have a lot of places where I'm gallivanting off to wear a wardrobe that I would pick out for traveling. Though those days are in the past for us. They're part of our nostalgia. And at this point, I'm so glad we did all the things that we did do when we could, because the past, I would say 7 or 8 years with Moosey's health and the various hospital stays and accidents and falls that he's had, it's really impossible now with his mobility for us to go travel anywhere that would be, number one, out of the country, because Medicare just doesn't pick up anything, and also because it's just too difficult traveling with him in a wheelchair. But you know, we're satisfied. We look back on all the wonderful places we've been to with the children, without the children, and we have no regrets so far as traveling. So I will show you some of these things. Now, today, my makeup is still the same, ladies, my summer applications. And as you can see, and I hope, I haven't checked my eyes. Let me check them. You know, one of the ladies said, Nanny, always check your makeup before you go on camera. Well, I always do. But then during the course of being outside or whatever, things happen. And you know that can happen, especially in the heat. But I've been trying to take care of the heat problem by not using darker eyeshadow on my eyes, and also by using my, I love to say this, my slanted kabuki brush and my compact of pancake makeup. I just brush it on before and after the makeup, and that seems to set it. And now if my eyelashes with my Milani tubing mascara gets up there, it won't leak on top of my eyelids. Let's hope. Never say never, right? Especially with me and eye makeup. Okay, I'm going to stand back and sort of show you some of these. If I were outside, or if I had more energy in this heat, I would perhaps put everything on. But maybe every day for the next week or so, I'll wear a different top. And that way I can model them for you. I can go in the back. But let me just show you some of the things that I picked up at Ross. And by the way, it's a fun place to shop, mainly because of the prices. They don't have things in all different sizes all the time, but you sure can pick up things that you can see that you love. Let me just back up a little. Isn't this top cute? Can you see the nice little sides, how they just clip up? And wearing them with pants, or I do have a pair of the blue and white 12 pants. I think that would look cute with them too. All right, now one blouse that is probably my favorite and a little bit different in all this is this tan colored blouse. I just think it's beautiful. I have a pair of linen capris, long ones that kind of go to the ankles, that I would probably pair this with this summer. And I have some great jewelry, probably some of my jasper. Is that the one? I have a jasper necklace and a bracelet and earrings, and not jasper, amber. I have amber, the brown beads and things. I think that would look nice with this. But the beauty of this blouse are the sleeves. They're big and balloony, but they're only 3/4. But look at these embroidered. This is embroidery, my friends. It's not just printed on there. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, this is a blouse that you would see in a high-end store, isn't it? And the price tag on this is $12.98. Can you believe it? Just a beautiful, beautiful blouse. So I can't wait to wear this. And this is one of those things that I probably will wear to one of our little maybe family outings. I think you saw this one. I did wear this blouse over to Bridget's over the weekend, and I got so many compliments on it. It's cool. It's very light. It's probably a polyester blend of something. But the beauty of this blouse, now this is a sort of a Henley neckline with buttons, and it buttons up, not all the way, but look at the sleeves. The total sleeves, and they're nice and full. Let me just get this situated here. The sleeves are nice and full, and once again, they're a beautiful sort of a lace work, open, almost like a Battenberg or a cut work of some kind. And they have a rubber band around the bottom, and the sleeves are just beautiful. And this is a blouse that you could just do anything with, so far as styling it with jewelry. And probably the best, you could wear this with black pants, black jewelry, a nice black straw hat, or a white, all white outfit. This one I just loved. And it's you can still wear it to a a daytime barbecue or a family outfit. It's not too dressy to wear, especially if you wear it with cutoffs or perhaps a nice white ruffle skirt, long midi skirt. Love this one. I also did wear this with my garden overalls in the last video, and this one was on sale for $5.99, and it's sort of a sheer crepey material. It has a tie at the neck, and once again, which I love fancy sleeves, any kind of a different sleeve, and this has ruffles on the sleeve. It is something you can push up, but look at the cute ruffles that go down the outside of the sleeve. It's really different and cute, and it has a smocked back on it, $5.99 on sale. A little bit of smocking in the front. Nice detail here too, some of the ruched top here. Can you believe the prices? Beautiful blouse, love this. And the sleeves kind of make it different. And it looked so cute even with my overalls. Now most of these outfits, most of the summer, I do wear cutoffs. I very rarely wear long pants. If I have I do have one or two nice pair of white linen long pants, but most of the time my pants are capris, not short capris, ones that at least come down below the calves, or ankle pants that are quite a bit above the ankle. And that to me is a long capri. That's probably my favorite length. Now here's another blouse. I just seem to be drawn to these lacy type ones. Anything that has a little bit of decor. Once again, it's cut work in the front and a little smocking here and the same decor on the bottom of the sleeves. Isn't this beautiful? I mean, you can't beat a blouse like this for the price. And these blouses, most of them were $12.99. This particular one, this is by Indio Rose, and the price on this one, I mean, they all were such a bargain. $12.99 again. I mean, really, isn't this one beautiful too? And you know, you could dress this up beautifully for going out at night somewhere to a very dressy, maybe to a concert or a play or something. And by the way, this is a beautiful semi-sheer, not too sheer, but semi-sheer, sort of a crepe, not a cheap fabric at all. So cute, isn't it? But if you wear this to an afternoon outing, a barbecue, whatever, you just put it on with capris and some jewelry. It's great. Now I do have a pair of overalls that I got too. Oh, now this one is just a cute top. I think I've worn this on in the garden somewhere, but this is just something to wear when I'm really working around and it's just too hot to wear anything else, but working in the garden or something with overalls, this is cute too. Now I have a dress that is coming in the mail today, and I'm anxious to show it to you when it comes. That I will probably model. Maybe I'll wear that Sunday over to Dubby's. But it's a white cotton, a crisp cotton, button down with a collar, button down dress, a midi dress, and it has a sort of a balloon sleeve that maybe goes down to the elbow. And it's not fitted at all. It's just goes straight down with 2 or 3 ruffles all the way down. It's not a moo-moo, but it's just a really cute, crisp cotton white summer dress. And that would be fun to wear with a lot of boho type jewelry, leather bracelets and whatever. Cute things though. So that was a day that I just had to get out. And I think I also, where else did I go that day? Somewhere else. But, oh, I did get, I'll have to go get those. One beautiful pair of silk They're not 100% silk, but they sure feel like it. Black and white print pants to wear with a shirt that I had gotten, about a month ago, that I think I showed you, and I've already worn it to some family outing. And I'll have to go get that and show that to you too. I did just take the kaftan down from hanging up. I have to show it to you. When I wear it sometime this week or next week, when we just have when I'm not doing anything at all, I have to sit down and do some sewing. I have some hemming of things that I've cut off. I have these darling new flowered overalls that I bought, and they're much too long. I have to put a cuff on those. Other things that I repurposed and remade the sleeves, just little hems and things, not big work, but this would be something fun to just sit around and do my sewing, or just sit outside on the patio. So, by the way, we will have a reveal of the patio soon. I'm making headway out there purging stuff. So, here's the kaftan. Is it beautiful or what? Don't you love the design? And it's a full-length kaftan, and all of Ross's kaftans are $8.99. Now, you can't beat that, can you? Look at the beautiful design and the black trim. Isn't it gorgeous? I think this is going to be a fun one to wear. I also wanted to remind you of an outfit that I had last year. Oh, it's not this one. I brought the wrong thing out. That's a sweater that I won't be wearing this summer. But these are the pants. And it has this leaf design. Beautiful. Look at the fabric. Isn't it beautiful? It's very silky, but it's obviously a polyester or something, but it feels, really, this feels like silk. And these were $12.99. I was in a $12.99 mode. But I do have a beautiful white blouse with that black jewelry, you know, my ceramic big giant necklace, and I have a big black bracelet, and this will be fun to wear too, for a little dressier type of a thing too. So these are nice and wide and just darling, aren't they? So that's it. Now, you would be very, very pleased with me, because I have been in a mindset lately to let go of a lot of my other clothes. I'm in that mindset of feeling my age. I told you my energy has been down a bit. I can't work for hours at a time like I used to, even 6 months ago. And I've done a lot of reading about it. I'm eating my diet. I'm trying to keep up with my diet, and also my supplements, which I think are important for my energy level. I'm trying to get enough exercise that I can, and I think it's just a matter of getting into those years where your body your cells are beginning to break down inside. It's just things happening that are natural things. And I realized that I will not be wearing all these fabulous clothes that I've had all these years, things that I save and just say, oh, I just can't get rid of that. Well, somehow my what will I say, aging body and aging, not my mind, but the body that makes me, what am I trying to say here? As I am getting older, I'm at the top of the golden age years at 88, almost. I'll be 88 in 2 or 3 months, 3 months. And it makes me realize that, in another year, next winter, where in heck will I be going to wear all these wonderful things? So I am opening them up to anyone else in the family of my size who might particularly want them, or just purging them to thrift shops. And I'm doing okay. I have taken loads of stuff out of my closet, And that's why I'm getting things like this, things that are not expensive, but yet are something I can look forward to. I will always love fashion. I will probably love fashion to my dying day, and there's just no getting around it. So I'm pretty happy with my mindset right now that it's in a better idea. Now, I still find that things I purged 6 months ago, a year ago, I still always, there's one thing, and I know so many of you have said that too. There's always one thing that you say, that you look for in your closet. You think, oh, I just the perfect thing to wear with this outfit today. And you say, I know it was here. And you look in the shed and you look through your closet and everywhere else. And then you remember, yes, I purged that. So there's always going to be something, but you know what? It's okay. So I hope all of you are staying cool and safe this summer. You know, the heat really does do a lot to an aging body. It saps your energy, and if you're not drinking your water, which I have been so careful to do, I am proud of some days. I do so much better than other days. And when at the end of a day, I still haven't figured out to know exactly how much I'm drinking every day. But many times at the end of the day, sometimes I look at bottle caps that are next to my bed or outside or here or wherever in the kitchen. I don't throw the bottle caps away because it reminds me of how many bottles of water I'm drinking. Sometimes I do really well and I can drink my limit, which would probably be 4 bottles, 16-ounce bottles. I don't think I could get down more. I maybe on a hot day I could, but I don't always do that every day. And I'm still having problems sleeping. There doesn't seem to be a cure-all. Sometimes taking my probiotics religiously and my magnesium citrate and B12 and all the other supplements they say helps your sleep. I still have 2 or 3 waking periods all night long. And I'm beginning to think it's natural. Almost every time I wake up, I see Moosey reading his Kindle or sitting up on the edge of the bed because he's having restless leg syndrome. I just think it's a natural thing that happens to us as we age. And also along with that is the problem of having to run to the bathroom, because if you're drinking water, now they say to stop drinking your water when you go to bed. And that's why you're supposed to, first thing in the morning when you wake up, is to drink a bottle of water, not cold water, but drink water, because your body has not had water all night long. Well, every time I get up, I'm thirsty. I'm also diabetic, so I do have a natural thirst too. So I will always take a couple of gulps of water, which means that in about 2 hours, I'll be up again anyway. I think it's just something we have to live with at this point. I seem to have my best sleeps, ladies, in the early morning hours from maybe 4 to 7 in the morning for some reason or other. I've also figured out that, I think I've told you, Moosey and I basically eat 2 meals a day. We have our breakfast in the morning, and that is usually about 10 o'clock. And because we do, at least I do, my exercises and have feeding Moosey his breakfast and a few other things before that. But it's not a big breakfast. I try and have protein, which is either going to be some eggs of some kind or some cottage cheese and blueberries or pineapple in the cottage cheese, or some form of a protein breakfast. Many mornings I will have a big green salad, only because I crave it, and I will put broccoli and spinach and grapes and everything else in there. It's my fiber. I don't know how much protein is in there, but that's what I crave that particular morning. Other mornings, as you know, I have my herring and my sardines, my artichokes, my broccoli, and a dip. I'm all over the place at breakfast. But I do realize that when I don't have protein in the morning, my energy level is down. Now, let me tell you a little story about this. One of the days when I was out, I think it was the day when I was trying to go to Walmart and Lowe's and do everything for Moosey, I was buying the pinwheels and the snakes and everything. And I was in and out of a lot of stores. I left in the morning. I didn't have my protein. I don't know what I had that morning, but I didn't have a good breakfast. And along about 11 o'clock, in between this jumping in and out of the car, doing different things for Moosey and myself, I was losing my energy, and I almost said, I can't do the food shopping. I've got to go home and stop, or I can't get what Moosey needs at Lowe's for him. And then I realized I didn't have protein. I did have my water next to me, and I was drinking water. So in this particular mall where there was a Walmart and a Sam's Club and not Costco, what was the other one? Lowe's. There was a Mickey D's. So I thought I've got to get something. So I drove in there and I looked at the menu and I saw the little chicken pieces, what they call them, chicken tenders, in a Happy Meal. And I thought, well, that's good protein for me right there. So I did get some of that and an extra water. And I sat in the car in the parking lot and I ate 4 of them or 5. I had a ranch to dip them in. Only one ranch. And it disappeared when I had only 4 chicken tenders. And I didn't have enough ranch left for the other 2. And I thought to myself, when you have 6 chicken tenders, you need 2 ranches. So I had to have the 2 chicken tenders later. I saved them. Couldn't eat them without the ranch to dip them. You know how you dip them in. But you know what? Within 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I felt energized to the point where I could at least finish what was on my list for that day. So that's how much your body needs protein, especially an aging body. I'm just going to touch upon our gardening problem of the invasion of the varmints, squirrels, rats, and I'm going to discount the rabbits now. I think the little bunny rabbits have gone somewhere else, thank the Lord. But you know what? I think now it's maybe more rats than squirrels, although we still have our army of squirrels, because number one, Moosey has some traps, which Aiden has been putting out for us, and we've been getting some rats. And those can do such damage to a garden, especially to my basil. I read about my basil, and they said, above all animals that love basil, it's the rats. So much for my big, fluffy basil plant. This happened about 3 days ago, late, probably at dusk somehow. And I'm thinking it was a rat. And so that's that. I'm gonna try and get one more basil plant because it's something I need. So I have been bringing in what's left of my tomato plants. I have 3 big beef tomato plants that I did buy and have saved. And I bring them in about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and then put them on the piano. And that's where Shamu used to love to sit when he was inside. But now I can take them out. Now, when they get bigger, my plan is to get some netting. And I might get that today or tomorrow and just keep the netting on top to avoid as they get bigger. I'm at my wit's end, and I'm not going to give any more energy to the garden. I know I said I'd never give up, and I'm not giving up because the garden is too important to us, not only for Moosey. Now, one thing, unfortunately, that we have had to stop is feeding the birds, because we feel that perhaps the bird seed, is attracting the rats. it's not one thing and another. So that's not good for the birds, and it's not good for Moosey too. But enough about all that. I just want to forget about varmints at this point. My garden looks very cute right now, and I'll take a little picture of it. I have pinwheels, or the whirligigs, going around and around in the wind. There we go. I just love watching these, don't you, Moose? Whoops. Now, at one point, they all go together. What happened to the one next to it over there? Come on. There we go. And they look darling. I don't think they're doing any good about chasing people away, but they're giving us some enjoyment. I also have a few of my rubber snakes left. Some have been knocked down. They didn't do any good with scaring people off. Maybe me once in a while when I'd go and look in the garden. And the bounce, who knows if the bounce worked. One of you nice ladies did tell me that I could purchase fox urine at Walmart. And evidently, although I did mention the price of fox urine to repel these animals, it's so strong that you have to wear a mask when you put it around. And evidently you don't have to pour it all over the place since it's so expensive. A couple of drops here and there is enough to repel everybody. So I might do that. I don't know. But I think I will invest in the netting. And that's enough of that about varmints. So I would appreciate it if you checked your subscriber list. Make sure you're subscribed, share, and enjoy, binge, and enjoy all the rest of our videos. I will try and do a better job of getting some more helpful things out to you. You know, I always think before I put out a video, what value does this have to my friends out there? And other than some days just telling you all about my life, and that could be just storytelling or something to entertain you, to perhaps if you have nothing else to do. But some days I do like to give you something that you can use in the way of help with the makeup or health or exercise, or some hints on where to get clothing that you might enjoy, or take you along to the thrift shops. Haven't been there now in a week or two, so maybe next week we'll do that. But I hope that you're getting enough value in the videos that I give you, as well as entertainment and some storytelling besides. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching my videos and for enjoying them. And if you do enjoy them and you want to become part of our family, please subscribe, share, and give us a comment or two. Love you all. See you soon. Stay cool, my friends. And God bless us all.